All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is Saturday,
Already.
so today, Abraham's two children, Galatians chapter 4, starting at verse 21. Tell me, you who want to live under the law, do you know what the law actually says? The scriptures say that Abraham had two sons, one from his slave wife and one from his freeborn wife. The son of the slave wife was born in a human attempt to bring about the fulfillment of God's promise, but the son of the freeborn wife was born as God's own fulfillment of his promise. These two women serve as an illustration of God's two covenants. The first woman, Hagar, represents Mount Sinai, where people received the law that enslaved them. And now Jerusalem is like Mount Sinai in Arabia, because she and her children live in slavery to the law. But the other woman, Sarah, represents the heavenly Jerusalem. She is the free woman, and she is our mother, as Isaiah says. Rejoice, O childless woman, you who never given birth. Break into joyful shout, you who have never been in labor. For the desolate woman now has more children than the woman who lives with her husband. And you, dear brothers and sisters, are children of the promise, just like Isaac. But you are now being persecuted by those who want to keep the law, just as Ishmael, the child born by human effort, persecuted Isaac, the child born by the power of the Spirit. But what do the scriptures say about that? Get rid of the slave and her son, for the son of the slave woman will not share the inheritance with the free woman's son. So, dear brothers and sisters, we are not children of the slave woman, we are children of the free woman. And now the commentary. I think I got this marked correctly. Yeah, okay. People are saved because they have faith in Christ, not because of what they do. Paul contrasted those who are enslaved to the law, represented by Hagar, the slave wife, with those who are freed from the law, represented by Sarah, the freeborn wife. Hagar's abuse of Sarah, Genesis 16 verse 4, was like the persecution that the Gentile Christians were getting from the Judaizers, who insisted on keeping the law in order to be saved. Eventually Sarah triumphed because God kept his promise to give her a son, just as those who worship Christ in faith will also triumph. Paul explained that what happened to Sarah and Hagar is an allegory or picture of the relationship between God and people. Paul was using a type of argument that was common in his day and that was probably being used against him by his opponents. So again, we have a lot of people even today saying that we must obey this and must obey that, and we have the moral code written on us, right? Don't steal, don't kill, and part of the Ten Commandments is obeying the Sabbath, and I know that coming up Paul will address that. And yes, we should. I don't think it's necessarily a Saturday every week, but yes, it is in there, and we'll come across that and be explained to us.
And it's also designed for us.
Yeah, it is designed for us.
It's not something that we should take lightly, because we are designed to take a rest.
Right. But again, even murderers are saved.
Yeah.
Because of Christ. So being, not that we get to murder, but we are set free from all of that. And that's the point here. We are set free from adhering to the strict.
Right.
And it wasn't just the Ten Commandments that these Judaizers were trying to get these Christians to conform to.
Everything.
It was everything. And that we are set free from. Because Christ, again, on the Sabbath, healed people. And, it was perfectly lawful for him to do it. But the Pharisees had a very hard time with it. Okay, hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.